In 1970, we had a change in government from the County Board of Supervisors to the Suffolk County Legislature. And I know you're going to talk to my dear friend Artie Cromedy, who was on that County Board of Supervisors. And what happened was, the Board of Supervisors was each town had a supervisor. There were 10 towns, 10 supervisors, and they would meet in Riverhead. Well, the unjust part about that was that the Artie Cromedy from here was the supervisor over 250,000 people. But the guy who was running the board, Evans Griffin, was from Shelter Island. He had 1,000 people. Shelter Island was a town, a little island. So he was controlling as much power as Artie and the other supervisors were for here. So a guy named Samus, who just died from Huntington, brought a court action out, and he said, you have to have one man for one vote. In other words, everybody has to have a representative equally. And so that went to courts, and finally in 1970, the Suffolk County Legislature was put in. Of course, it was legwork before. And what they did was they broke Suffolk County into 18 sections. And so the section, and I ran for that. They said, you know, they're going to have this. Would you want to run for it? And I said, yeah, okay, why not? So I ran from this district here. And my district included all the way to the ocean, up to Portion of Huntington, and over to the Lindenhurst line in that area. And I had 18,000 people in that. All the other districts had 18,000. Now my district was a very small district, but the guy who had the east end of Long Island had to go, he had to have Montauk Point and Orient Point and come all the way back to Riverhead to find 18,000 people out there. Riverhead, Greenport probably had 600 people in the town, in the village. So his representation in physical size was much larger, but he had the same number of people. So I ran for that board, and I was a member of the first legislature, and that picture there is the first legislature. They had an amazing thing, 12 Republicans and 6 conservatives. There wasn't a Democrat on the first county legislature. The mayor of Maryville was Bill Burns. He was the assemblyman, and he decided that he wanted to step down in 1978. Now the legislature started in 1970, and it was on up until 1978. Then they said, would you like to run for Bill Burns' seat as an assemblyman to go to Albany? And I said, sure, why not? So, but the thing was, I was running like every other year. I'm running for office. So I ran and won and went to Albany, and I was up there for 3 terms, I guess, and I really, you know, they say, Albany's like Sin City North. You know, if anything that happens above the Tappan Zee Bridge isn't discussed below the Tappan Zee Bridge statement. And it really was not my type of life for a big family like I had. I mean, you know, I was spending time when I never saw my family. So the guy who took my job on the Suffolk County Legislature, Lou Patrizzo, who you may run into, I think he's still an attorney in this area. I haven't seen him in years. Said, you know, I can't make any money here, and he wanted to leave. So they came to me, and laughingly, because no one ever goes back down, you always go up. They said, you wouldn't want to run for your old seat in the Suffolk County Legislature? I said, yeah, I would. So I ran and I won, and I went back, and they made me the presiding officer for 3 terms.